Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Divine Empress, and the reminder that I have for us right now is just because they've said those negative things, it doesn't make it true. Just because they've said those negative things, it doesn't make it true. You know, I'm gonna say what you probably have heard many times. What people say about you, um, the interpretations of you doesn't make it true. It's that's their business, that's how they choose to process whatever they choose to process. That doesn't mean that it is true about you. What is true about you is how what you think about yourself. Even the things that you think about yourself, actually those negative things is not even true, because it's all about it's all about perspective, right? Like, we can look at the same thing and I can see one thing and you see another. I can see a certain color and you see a certain color. And we have different tastes and interests and preferences, right? You know, everybody's not for everybody, but we are definitely right for those who are meant for us. So these people and things that we encounter that usually don't know how to receive us, how to appreciate our beauty, appreciate our uniqueness, our light, right? Especially as divine beings, children of God, people of faith, or whatever label you want to put here. You have a light, you have an aura to you, and that's not something that everyone would welcome. Because one thing about light is that, they be like moths are attracted to light. Light can brighten the darkness, but the other way around cannot really work, right? At least from what I'm thinking right now, I can't see that working. And when you are that light, when you come to a room, it's like you brighten the space. You would trigger whatever darkness that is there, that is within people. And some people might want to resist that. Rather than facing themselves and deal with it, they're going to try to fight you, because you came with that light that they don't know, they don't understand, and they don't want to embrace it because they're trying to fight themselves. So it's not really about you. It's about, you know, what you trigger in them. In a way, that's like your presence is like a mercy, like a chance for change for them if they choose to embrace it. I I personally believe that everything that God does, even God's sense justice and judgment, is always for our greater good. Because I see it as like correction. So if you, for example, if you consider yourself a child of God and people who have wronged you, right? The way that they're dealt with is the way that I feel like it's the way that things that are not right in their life gets triggered. So that they can see the person that they have been to you. And they struggle with that because, if you have a lot of negativity and darkness, not in a good way, inside of you, and that gets triggered, it's like now you have to deal with all of the things that you might not have been aware that it was there. And some people, they try to run away from that and try to find someone or something to put the blame on or take it out on, or take it out on. Maybe you might have been a victim of that. And this is why I'm saying it goes deeper. The things that people say, the way they choose to, you know, speak to you and act towards you is a lot more than you even doing anything for them, to them. Because if you're a light, you're a light, you know, and that's what you bring, that's what you carry. You carry love, you have your faith in everything, and it can be triggering, especially in this world, in these times, in this society right now. A lot of people have grown up or lived without knowing what is truly like to have genuine relationships, commitments, or being in spaces that is genuine, that actually is full of love, that is peaceful, that is healthy. Because there's a lot of toxic things happening. Maybe you even grew up in that, but you know who you are within, and you didn't let your situations and environments and things that you've been through change you. This is not to judge anybody, right? We all go through things. We can go through similar things and interpret it differently. And this is not to judge anybody, because none of us are perfect. We're all in our journeys. And that's why I'm like, you know, the way God works with us sometimes is by triggering those things that we're not aware, that needs to be healed, that we need to confront and deal with. And sometimes these are not things that we want to accept. And I'm just saying, this is part of the reason why we act certain ways towards people, or people might act certain ways towards us. And that's why not everything people say, or what people say, those negative things, it's not true. And most of the times it has nothing even to do with us doing anything, you know. It's projections because of what people are going through in their lives. And I want to give an example. As you can see, I'm very much fully melanated, and I am absolutely grateful for who I am, and I accept and embrace myself and love myself as I am. And of course, I didn't just wake up one day and I've been like this since I was born. I've said in the channel many times that I am Fulani, and the Fulani people, especially the Fulani people, tend to be, at least in my country especially, tend to be lighter skin, and they have like softer hair. Fulanis of my country, at least, they look like East African, like the way you would see Ethiopians, or even some of them even look mixed. They look Middle Eastern almost. So growing up being Fulani and being like this shade dark, while like there's others that are much lighter skin, I had like a particular family member that thought it was okay to try to make a child feel bad for the skin color that they have. Like, she would clearly differentiate between me and my cousin who was lighter skinned. To the point one of my mom's friend one day went off on her because she came and I was just getting my hair done, and she felt like it was okay to say mean things about me. I was a child, mind you. I was less than 10. And I've known her since I was really young. And, you know, back then I didn't think much of those things, and they don't affect me now like that. But I'm just saying that maybe there's a reason. Maybe you are somebody also that you might have grown up with family members who looked down on you, or you know, said really negative, mean things about you, made comments about you, maybe your appearance, about who you are or who they think you are. They had this idea of you that they didn't want to let go of. You know, they they know who you are. You know, as in, they know the blessing, the star, and all that good stuff that you are, the child of the Most High, and all those beautiful things that you are. But they wanted to choose to see you as something else, and they were not gonna see you as anything as other than what they wanted. They created a false reality, illusion about you in their head, and that blocked them from accepting you as who you really were. And they might acted in ways that were unkind towards you, and try to make things harder for you because they couldn't deal with your light. They couldn't deal with who you are, and you didn't deserve it, and definitely was not right. And I just want to encourage you to sit with yourself and reflect. It can be hard to think about these things, especially if you went through this as a young child, of being made feel like you're not enough, you're not good enough, because of the society or the environment that you grew up in. I've heard some stories here online where like people in elementary school would say things like, the children playing because of this colorism thing, um, where like the melanated peoples, actually they will separate themselves based on colors from very young age. But of course we know these things go really deep, um, deeper than deeper than us, deeper than even our great grandparents. The story, hopefully, what I'm trying to get at. But I'm just saying that I want to encourage you to reflect and try to heal through these things, like these projections that people might have projected onto you since when you were younger, and even now when you are older. These things definitely was not okay, wasn't right, but you deserve so much more, and it's time for you to experience life as who you truly are. And in order to do that, you need to release these illusions, these negative projections that were put onto you. You are a light, and you will continue to shine, and you've been shining. But these things have like kind of tried to create like a block around you to keep your light from shining. And of course they cannot dim your light, you know? Like I'm looking at the sun right now. Let me like even on cloudy days when the sun wants to shine, the sun will shine. Like you can't stop the sun. It's the same to you. Like you can't stop a star from shining. It will shine when it wants to shine, regardless of what's going on with the sky. So I'm just saying this because it doesn't serve you to keep those blocks up. So whatever you need to do, therapy, prayer, whatever you need to do to heal yourself from this, then please do. Because the world needs the beacon of light that you are. You living as your true self in your power, in your authenticity, free from those illusions and those conditionings that you have experienced at any point in time of your life. Ask God to show you who God knows you are. If you don't know it, you don't believe anything positive about you, just say, God, who am I to you? Who am I truly? What am I doing in this life? What is my purpose? What kind of light do I carry? Stuff like that. And see how God shows up, right? The other thing also was that like I had experience when I was younger where I was always told that my head was big. Like when people did my hair, they didn't want to do my hair. Like I've had people comment that I had somebody do my hair and the person was like they usually fast doing hair, but doing my hair they felt like they were not making too much progress. And for years I thought my head was big until I shaved my head. I didn't even have long hair, to be honest. It was just my hair was thick. Once my head was shaved, I barely have any hair. Head, it's not big. And that's the thing that I'm like, sometimes I'm saying this not to really project, but there's always a reason why we say the things that we say. You might resonate with somebody, hopefully. And at least that's what I hope for. So maybe like that you had something particular about you that people made fun of, but that could be your feature. Like that could be your advantage, that one thing about you that really stands out. There's some people that have had like beautiful eyes when they were younger, beautiful hair, beautiful skin, but they were made fun of based off that thing that is best, that's their best feature. And some of these people now are in the internet and they're being praised for that thing that they used to be bullied for. Sometimes, there's a little bit of jealousy and envy that goes with why people are reacting the way they're reacting towards you. because they don't want you to see that beauty that you have. They don't want you to see that special thing about you as special. They know they can't take it away, so they want to affect how you feel about it so you don't embrace it. And that's one of the ways that they try to dim your light. Your light cannot be dimmed. Anything that God has given you, has intended for you, cannot be taken away. And don't let them do that. If they have affected you all these years since childhood, don't give them that power anymore. You know who you are. Stand in your truth. You can stand in the mirror and look at yourself and try to practice telling yourself you love that part of you that you're not comfortable. Tell yourself you love your eyes. Express gratitude for your eyes, for the fact that you're able to see. Express gratitude for your nose, for your cheeks, for your chin, for your skin. You know, if you're having a hard time embracing your skin if it's melanated, learn about the benefits of melanin and how we blend in naturally with nature. The beauty of that, you know. God makes no mistakes, and God definitely did not make mistakes in the way God created every single one of us, regardless of background, regardless of race. There's beauty in everything. But there's definitely a lot of conditioning and societal things that have passed down for generations that is still affecting us now. And yeah, we definitely still have some work to do. There's a couple of songs that came to me as I was thinking about this, and it's Pretty Hurts by Beyonce, Scars You're Beautiful, the song Scars You're Beautiful by Alessia Clara, I think. I'm going to put everything in the description anyways. And Selena Gomez, Who Says. So in Beyonce's song, there's a part she says that pretty hurts, we shine a light on whatever's worst. We try to fix something, but you can't fix what you can't see. It's a soul that needs a surgery. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the stuff goes deeper than what it seems. That person that is telling you those negative things about you, it goes deeper. It's about their own journey and the things that they've been through that they're trying to project on you. It's the societal things that we've been conditioned to embrace and see as normal. That's not normal. The unrealistic standards of beauty that's not inclusive of all the beauty that is represented, that doesn't fully represent all the beauty that is in this world. And we have to learn to let go of that by first learning to decondition ourselves of those stereotypes. We have to first know what it is. You know, we have to acknowledge them and know what they are to learn how to uncondition ourselves and release them. We have to start with ourselves, working and healing ourselves from the ones that directly affected us. And then we have to change the behavior towards ourselves to more positive in the way that we react with others, especially with the younger generation. We have to shift things for ourselves and for those who come before us. Before we think of anybody else doing it, yes, it would be great if everybody else does it. But even if we start with ourselves, that can have a ripple effect in the people that we encounter. You never know how you can impact someone, and I've been saying that. Don't worry about that. Just worry about living in your truth and healing and taking care of yourself. And that energy can go further than you can even imagine. And it is true. Like in society, we can shine a light on what's worse. Focus on the negative more than we focus on embracing the good. Difference doesn't mean being different doesn't mean bad. It's how things are. What keeps things interesting. When you look and see, you know, people like the different unique features. It's like, oh, I like to appreciate that. I see all the creative ways that people do their hair, the colors, how they mix colors, and I find that so beautiful. You know, I think it's very beautiful, and I definitely think we need more of that. Um, the other song was "Scars, You're Beautiful." Oh, this part is it says, she doesn't see the light that's shining deeper than the eyes can find it. Maybe we have made her blind, so she tries to cover up her pain and cut her woes away. Cover girls don't cry after their face is made. There is hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are, and you don't have to change a thing. The world could change its heart. No scars, you're beautiful. We're stars and we're beautiful. Definitely, yeah, there's definitely a lot of things that we have to improve on as a society, as a people, especially like there's a lot of unhealthy beauty standards that have been going on for a very long time. And we have to unlearn those behaviors for sure. And there's beauty in everything, there's beauty in everyone. Oh, the other song was Selena Gomez. There was a part that she says, who says you're not perfect? Who says you're not worth it? Who says you're the only one that's hurting? It's like, trust me, that's the best of beauty. Who says you're not pretty? Who says you're not beautiful? Who says? Who says you're not beautiful? You are beautiful. You are special. You are loved. You are precious. You are wonderful. I'm thinking of Stevie Wonder right now. Isn't she lovely? Aren't you lovely? Aren't you precious? Made from love. Because God is love. Maybe look up the songs if you feel led. Maybe the lyrics will speak to you a little bit more. But I also wanted to add these songs to, because it's like, it reminds me of someone who have felt like a diamond in the rough, like Selena Gomez says in the song. And it's not because of who you truly are, but because of what you have experienced, how people have treated you, that has made you now feel like the illusions that they were casting on you, the things that they were projecting on you might be true. And it still triggers you now, even if you're older. When you hear people, you can't embrace yourself fully. There's aspects of you that you still don't want to embrace because you have been told that these features are negative, but they're not. As I'm saying this right now, I'm looking at my lips and I'm remembering how, like, especially for us melanated women, our features that we've had naturally for a long time, they were not praised on us. But now you have like people who would literally pay money to have features that we have. And this is what I was telling you. The things that are beautiful about you have been intentionally used to try to make you, they try to make you feel bad about the best things about you. So now that you've heard this message, you think back of the things that they made you feel bad about and know that those things are probably your strong features. Use that. Use that. Embrace it. Be like, ooh, the lies have ended. You know who you are now. You see it. You're going to reflect back on those things and embrace those things as the best things about you. And love it. Love yourself as you are. Love yourself as you are. Do you see all the all the melanated beauties now that are being highlighted? When you like, I see some melanated sisters here online, and their skin is just so beautiful. Of course, everybody's beautiful and all of that, but on I'm focusing on the melanated ones because I'm melanated, and also probably the person who's watching this, whoever this is meant for, this is what resonates with you. Um, yeah, it's so beautiful. There's so much you can do with that. And there's so much beauty in that. How do you feel about those who look like you? How you feel about the parent that you have features the family members that you have taken the features? Don't you think they're beautiful? How do you feel about the children that are similar to you? The beauty that you see in others that are like you is the beauty that you have within you. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. You've always been. It's not just now, you've always been. Maybe you just didn't have people who told you that or made you see that. But you have that power now to be that person to yourself, that person that encourages yourself, that person that goes on the journey to learn how to fully embrace and accept yourself. You can be that person to validate yourself and love on yourself and embrace yourself. You know what I mean? Anyways, with anything, take every message back to God or whatever you believe in. Ask for confirmation and ask for further guidance on how you can deal with this. And yeah, as always, remember that you're always divinely guided, divinely protected, divinely provided for. Peace, love, and light. Step in your power. You are beautiful.